How is it possible that a town once overflowing with hope, money, and ambition could vanish almost completely, leaving behind streets and buildings frozen in time? Which reason make Garnet one of the most hauntingly preserved ghost towns in America? The answer to this fascinating detail is explained later in the video, so stay with us until the very end to see exactly what makes Garnet so eerily preserved. Hidden deep in the mountains of western Montana lies Garnet, a town that once promised fortune to anyone willing to chase it, and then just as quietly faded into silence. And while Garnet may seem like just another forgotten mining town, its story reveals something much bigger about how quickly prosperity can disappear when an entire community depends on a single dream. At the height of its success in the late 1890s, Garnet was one of Montana's most important gold mining towns. Hundreds of miners poured into the rugged mountains after gold was discovered nearby, drawn by the same promise that built much of the American West: strike it rich, build a future, and never look back. Within just a few years, Garnet exploded into a thriving settlement, with estimates suggesting that nearly 1,000 people lived there during its peak. For a town carved out of wilderness, that number was enormous. Garnet wasn't just a collection of tents and shacks. It had saloons, hotels, general stores, schools, and businesses that catered to miners and their families. The streets buzzed with activity. Money flowed freely. Supplies arrived regularly despite the difficult terrain. To those living there, Garnet didn't feel temporary. It felt permanent. Like so many boom towns of its era, it was built on confidence that the gold would last. But history shows that prosperity built on a single resource is always fragile. The gold that made Garnet possible was never guaranteed forever. Mining was difficult, expensive, and dangerous. As the easiest gold deposits were exhausted, extracting what remained required deeper shafts, more equipment, and far more capital. Smaller mining operations struggled to stay profitable. One by one, claims were abandoned. And when the money slowed, so did everything else. By the early 1900s, Garnet's population began to decline. Families left first, searching for stability elsewhere. Businesses followed, closing their doors as customers disappeared. Fires destroyed several key buildings, accelerating the town's decline and draining what little momentum remained. Unlike modern cities that can pivot and diversify, Garnet had no backup plan. It existed for gold, and without it, there was no reason to stay. Within a single generation, Garnet went from one of Montana's most promising towns to a place most people forgot entirely. By the 1910s, only a handful of residents remained. Eventually, even they were gone. The town didn't collapse in a dramatic disaster. It simply emptied out, slowly and quietly, until the mountains reclaimed it. Today, walking through Garnet feels unsettling. The buildings are still there, remarkably preserved, but the life that once filled them is long gone. Wooden structures stand frozen in time. Rusted tools sit where they were last used. Saloons that once echoed with laughter now stand silent, their doors creaking in the wind. Unlike many ghost towns that were dismantled or destroyed, Garnet remains eerily intact, as if the people simply stepped away and never returned. And that's what makes Garnet so haunting. There was no war, no single catastrophic event, just economic reality, shifting opportunity, and the harsh truth that boom towns are only as strong as the resources beneath them. Garnet's story isn't unique, but it is one of the clearest examples of how quickly success can evaporate. Across the American West, towns like Garnet rose and fell in less than a lifetime. The same forces that built them destroyed them: dependence on one industry, isolation, and the belief that growth would last forever. What makes Garnet especially relevant today is how closely its story mirrors modern economic patterns. Entire communities can still rise around a single industry, whether it's manufacturing, energy, or technology. And just like Garnet, when those industries decline or move on, the towns built around them are left scrambling to survive. Yet Garnet also tells a quieter story, one about preservation and memory. Because it was never redeveloped or rebuilt, Garnet remains one of the best preserved ghost towns in the United States. Its isolation, once a weakness, became its greatest protection. Today, it stands not just as a relic of the gold rush, but as a physical reminder of how ambition, risk, and optimism shaped the American frontier. Garnet forces us to ask uncomfortable questions. How many modern towns are built on similarly fragile foundations? How many communities believe their prosperity is permanent when history suggests otherwise? And how long does it really take for a place filled with life to become nothing more than a memory? In the end, Garnet didn't fail because its people lacked effort or vision. It failed because the dream it was built on had an expiration date. And when that date arrived, time simply walked away, leaving behind empty streets, silent buildings, and a town frozen forever between success and disappearance. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment so you can stay updated on our upcoming interesting videos.